What's one thing that you really felt like helped you in your perspective and how you approached experiencing God in your work? So just raise your hand, we'll get the microphone back to you.
Before the meeting, I was sharing with the group how sometime last day in August, I was a little bit overwhelmed and frustrated, let me put it that way. And I was at this point in my life where I felt like, and everybody feels like, oh, I have a good job, a good career, but I just felt something was missing. And I was a little bit overwhelmed. I spoke to my folks about it, and they didn't see anything wrong, but I just knew something was missing. So in church, I saw that there was going to be this Bible study, so I decided to join. And when I got there, like I shared with the group, it was so relieving to see.
Go ahead, tell them like it was.
Tell
them what you said.
Okay. So when I got there, I was hoping I was going to see like younger people, going through the same thing. And to my surprise, I saw like people that were older than me, like that had like 35 years experience walking, and I just felt like, well, if these people are in this class, then I should be in this class as well. So
Yeah, she mentioned, she said, if people that were there had been working for 10 or 15 years, and so we were like, how about 35 years? So we're still in this remedial program, so.
It was a great experience for me. And the first thing I learned was I'm not alone. Like, people feel that way, and it's not a crime to feel that way. And that was such a relief for me, knowing that other people also wanted to experience something different at the workplace. And secondly, what was I going to say? Okay, so secondly, after going through the first chapter, I began to do a self-reflection of myself, okay, we come to the fact that work is good, but work is hard. And knowing that alone actually helped me, knowing that, okay, it's not a crime to feel that way, and other people feel that way as well. So I began to do a self-reflection on myself. There's something about in the book, in chapter 1, that talk about how we should be image bearers at our workplace, and we talk about virtues, we talk about volition, and we talk about vocation. Virtues are what we reflect. Like the Bible said, we should be loving, kind, tolerant, and volition is why we're doing it, who we're doing it for, which is God. So we are image bearers of God. And I started doing a self-reflection of myself, and that actually helped me, like at my workplace and dealing with other people. And one of the things I was sharing with the group is, before I came to the group, I had a problem with being patient. Like I'm very impatient with myself, with other people. I felt like there's some things I wanted to achieve. I had a time frame for everything, so I was impatient with myself. I was patient with other people. But after going through this class, I just felt, okay, let me reflect on myself. Let me be thankful for what I have right now, and let me enjoy it, and let me, reflect God in what I'm doing right now.
Who else? I'm going to switch microphones.
I'll just continue that from an image bearer standpoint. That's what, as we went through the study, I heard from the Lord, and I think we started out by just talking about what the fall meant to work, and frankly, work is hard, and when you, depending on what your personality type is, you tend to actually execute tasks, get a lot of value from your work, and it becomes who you are as opposed to what you do. And what I'm learning through this, and a lot of it is a reminder of who I am in Christ, and there's a section in the book that is a reminder of who we are, and we're not defined by what other people say about us or what our outcome is or what our results are. In spite of what the world would tell you, it's the fact that we are children of God, and He loves us, and He wants to live His life through us. And so there's something that's very freeing as a result of that. When you are there to be a reflection of Christ, it's amazing how freeing it is to know that our responsibility is to hear from Him on a moment-by-moment basis, and to just allow Him to live His life through us in the workplace. And when we do that and stop performing and trying to earn things that we think will be good things to do, and maybe they are, but if He can flow through us in the times when I have been able to see Him work through me, it's when I have gotten out of the way, and it's when the tasks that I thought were important became not important at all. It became the words that He said through me, and it's amazing to watch God work in the workplace as opposed to me work in the workplace. Work is just an extension of everything that we do. It's our lives, and so it is with other people that are in the workplace. We're all there. God put us there all for a reason, and He's reminding me that that is my mission field at this point in my life. It's not what I have to do next. It's not this task. The people that He's put in my life becomes what I am there.
I'll just add on Kevin's thought, and the book really made me reflect on that relationship. And piece that touched me was to live in a manner worthy of the call of that relationship to Him. And I've been reflecting on my relationship with the Lord, and through my career, I think God was in my life, but He was more like a neighbor or a friend or a family member. And I would ask Him for help in my work, to help me get it done. And it was much more about the task rather than the relationship to Him. And what I found as I was at Bank of America 25 years, I had achieved what I thought was important. All the people working for me, career success, etc. And my life was turned upside down a little bit, and I came to San Antonio in 2011 and started a different kind of walk with the Lord. And he touched me at that time and said, son, I love you just the way you are. You don't have to earn it and strive. But I got back into the workplace again at USA, my new employer, and continued striving up that corporate ladder again. And in the workplace work that we did, there's a contract that touched me, and I'll just read it to you. And my wife Diana's here. We signed it together. It says, I, Larry Rosenberger, hereby assign and render over all the rights of ownership of my career to Jesus Christ for His glory and honor. From this day forward, I acknowledge that all plans, privileges, responsibilities, compensation associated with my work are tendered over to Jesus Christ for His kingdom purposes. With God's help and by His grace, I'll seek to make the advancement of God's kingdom the higher priority in my career, and to protect this commitment from any self-centered pursuits or pressures from outside sources. And I have been thinking about that since I came to San Antonio, but Don and I reflected on it together and signed it, and it, to me, just became a more physical, visible contract, that it wasn't about, can God help me, but I'm His and my career belongs to Him. Interestingly enough, I signed this in September, and we went through another corporate reorg, and my entire career was turned upside down again, and the things I thought were important were all taken away. But this time, my thought was much different, because I came to this understanding that, well, it belongs to the Lord. Whatever happened will happen, and it has given me a much better sense of peace and rest in living to the relationship with Him, not about measuring it by the task and the work. It's been quite different.
And that was a real privilege to